Sonnet 15. When I consider everything that grows, holds in perfection but a little moment, that this huge stage presenteth not, but shows whereon the stars in secret influence comment. When I perceive that men, as planets, increase, cheered and checked by the self-same sky, vaunt in their youthful sap, at their height decrease, and wear their brave state out of memory. Then the conceit of this inconstant stay sets you most rich in youth upon my sight, where wasteful time debateth with decay to change your day of youth to sullied night. And all in war with time for love of you. As he takes from you, I engraft you anew.
This poem is called Please Stop Asking Me How I Am Doing. Because I can't give you an honest answer. And I know and appreciate the consideration, but the question is inherently flawed. Because I am not who I was yesterday, or even this morning, or by the time you have asked me that question itself, I have already died and been reborn. But if I could answer you, in the true moment of questioning, I would tell you that I am perfect in the present right now. But in the passing moment, in the anywhere but now, the true answer to your question is I'm not all right. And excuse my Shakespeare, but I highly fucking doubt that you are either. Instead, my brave and honest answer would be that the void in me wants to swallow this entire world whole. I won't tell you that the voltage in me is being slowly turned up and waiting to explode. I am looking forward to it, actually. A great combustion of sorts, a more accurate representation of how I actually am. I won't tell you that the gray hairs are sprouting on my scalp like daisies, that all that trauma fertilizer has borne colorless fruits. I won't tell you that it's been 21 years since my father's been dead and I still miss him every day. I won't tell you that I'm waiting for the next person that I love to die too. Instead, I will say, I'm all right, with a half and friendly smile, and I know you know not to ask further. And when I ask you in return how you are, I know you know this is an exchange of social politeness. Because I know your answer won't be honest either. And we both know neither of us want to get into it at the Shakespeare thing. So instead, I am writing a poem here in this other meta space that can hold every answer. The muse doesn't need to ask. The spirit already knows how I am. So I ask rather than passing pleasantries, write me a poem instead. Or plant a seed and remember to water it, and when it sprouts, my answer is there. I am the sprout reaching through the dirt. I am the seed breaking its own shell, consuming itself to become something new. Instead of shallow banter, tell me about how difficult it is to wake up in the morning. And tell me how you do it every day too, and somehow we made it here today. How all those mornings, all those Mondays, still haven't taken us down yet. Tell me about that. Tell me about what it takes for you to survive. Tell me about how you miss your father too. Or tell me your father is still alive and that you tell him you love him. Tell me that you know that everything you've loved, love, and will love will be nothing more than a breath and an exhale. And you will do your best to breathe it into your lungs as deeply as you can. Instead of asking me how I am, take a deep breath for me. And use that oxygen to tell someone you love them. Tell me that your heart has been broken too by this world, and yet you still choose to love it. Tell me everything which has been taken from you will one day be given back to you anew, that maybe we will meet somewhere, someday outside of time where questions won't need to be asked, and all will just be understood. So don't ask me how I am. Let us meet here, in this holy place, and space between time. Instead of asking each other, how are you? Let our souls do the talking. Let us be perfect here together, without question.